it again. Listen, if you see Rash Shorty, Chalk Dust, any one of them, tell them what George said. Think it over, think it again. I sit down listening to my radio. They say they're going and jam some calypso. They say they have something brand new from Rash Shorty. So I sit down patiently listening to he. But when I hear the man start back talking preacher, and then he start to diss up at Jala, is when I hear he start calling Iwa George name. I hold my head and start to ball, not my name again. 3 years ago he say, Iwa, you singing Tata. Last year he come back with the same Tata. It look like Shorty I running out of lyrics, and he want me to teach him a few new tricks. I is the man who sing boom boom 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and every time I sing it the people does whine. In short, he never used to treat young guys so young so crude. I way that teach him how to gamble and eat some food. Think it over, think it again, Mr. Shorty. Think it over, think it again, Hail Selassie. Think it over, think it again, 'cause everybody knows I could sing Kaiso, the party side of me. That is how I does maintain my family. Think it over, think it again, Mr. Chalk Dust. Think it over, think it again. They're trying to tell people I cannot sing calypso. It's only boom boom and do the IWER, I know. But I's the man who sing times hard, let us work harder. 2 months later the bank come to take my car. To be a Kaisonian you have to make fast money. Money for vitamins, you have to eat healthy. You have to drive good car, not no jalopy. You can't come in town looking hungry. You have to remember you is a role model, and anywhere you go people will look up to you. That kind of lyric Shorty I them want me to sing, like they want to see me eating from the dustbin. Think it over, think it again, Mr. Shorty. Think it over, think it again, Hail Selassie. Think it over, think it again.
It's a beautiful, beautiful Thursday here on the Street 919 FM. I want to say fantastic good afternoon going out to each and every one of you all that are locked on and listening to us, whether you're locked on the World Wide Web, if you're listening to us on the mobile app, you're listening to us on YouTube. I want to say good afternoon and welcome to all of you. Dear The Voice, I'm back inside again. The doc is in the building, and we have some stuff to talk about today. Let me just realize we're celebrating light over darkness, but like some people just can't they can't be in the light. So let me just adjust my thing here. Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Katu, boss.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Manu.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to know that I'm marking time with you, you know.
You're marking my time?
Yeah, I'm marking time with you. You need to go out of line.
But how have I been doing recently?
Well, you're kind of staying in a kind of line. But let's go a little big or something. You do a little big one. You know that big one when you ain't going straight one time, you know, you do a little thing. But it's going good because if you go straight or you go reach too quick. But if you make a big one, you go take a little time and you go see all about that thing. I tried to get it this morning, put me on the line this morning early, and I keep on for 20 minutes and didn't answer my call this morning. You understand? And look like they're using like a wheelbarrow, they can push you on easy. Like a wheelbarrow, they can push you on easy. Anyway, put some dust in your wheels, they will be a little harder to push. You look like you can get pushed on easy. Anyway, after trying to beg everybody, how we call it, shiv, what do you call it? Shiv the holiday for the Indian people, and let the good ones go good, and those who call them who are on and all kind of things, go beyond to them. Go beyond to them. They see they have They have the things of the special people, you know what I mean, and they call it we warrant, and all they going and vote for that, or they encouraging that. Kingsley, they calling you Rawan. You have no value, you have no worth of yourself, Mr. Tabaki. You have no value of yourself. They call you Rawan and you're still going behind them. I don't know what. Come for roti, all the roti done. Mashed potato, alligator, all the roti done. Not me. Partner, love the prayer and the bagel. Spread the love like butter and a hot piece of iron, my brother. Take care.
Yeah, man, love in the house. Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Deal.
Good afternoon.
I spend it for us. Marvelicious. Wonderfulicious. Fantabulous. Splentacular. Splentastic. Happy Diwali to you.
Same to you.
Deal. That glasses you have on is a Ray-Ban or a Banray?
Nah, it's only proper thing I just put on in Wall Street.
I just checking for that. That is all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Tell me.
And you know, what about the shirt, man?
The shirt?
The t-shirt looking weird. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
That look like that.
I'm dressed by
It look like you flew.
like a fly.
They flew that in for you, boy. They flew that in for you.
Yeah, I
flew in.
I'm dressed by tortillas today. I'm dressed by tortillas.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, man.
You're going good. But here,
Tell me.
I wonder if the black P&M callers today will call and address these two issues. The first issue is this deal. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here with you. Go ahead.
All right. The first issue is this. Are they going to address that the Women's League, the Laventil West Women League, kick out Fitzgerald Hines finally? Finally, they had the testicular fortitude to say, Fitzgerald Hines, we want to see the back of you. And I believe, I'm glad they took my advice finally. It took them a little while, but they finally took my advice. And I know you don't get round of applause and things, and you just only get flush. Maybe you could give them a round of applause for me. That the Women's League of Laventil West.
Yeah. But you know, I read an article this morning that they were saying that it was null and void because some persons were excluded from the meeting.
Camille Regis Robinson said that. Come on, man, Dale. Come on, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
I just say that. Just put it out there.
All right, no, leave that for the morning program there. Leave that for the morning program from 5 to 8, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Secondly, deal. I wonder if the black P&M callers go call and address that Prime Minister Rowley did not attend former MP Nylon Hippolyte funeral. I wonder if they go take to task Prime Minister Rowley for that. Dale, can you imagine that? The man represented Laventil West full 100. Full 100. And the same people of Laventil wanted him back. But Prime Minister Rowley decided against it. And he didn't have the common decency. You know what he could have done? He could have sent the acting Prime Minister Stuart Young to the funeral, you know. Because you know he just sent Stuart Young to do everything. Dale, that is so sad, Dale. So sad. But you know the black P&M callers, and I'm saying the black P&M callers, them go be silent on that. Sugar Allows have a song that says, not one word from them black P&M callers to this radio station. Dale, you have a true mentor for us. Marvelous. Rest of the day. And keep wearing that band, Ray-Ban. Keep wearing that Ray-Ban.
Keep wearing the band, Ray. All right.
Later. Yeah, bye-bye.
Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Hey, Dale.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Good afternoon, brother. Good afternoon. And that's just for sure if I identify myself after my name and keep it real on the radio.
Yeah, man.
A lot Yeah, long time I ain't talking
A very long time.
Long time.
Yeah.
I just want to say for real dog, keep up the good work. People don't really understand giving enough credit to the journalists in terms of paying attention to the information. And I'll be totally honest, Bruce, you have to access and keep a track of all sides of society. It's a difficult task, but it's very important. No one has now tuning in, that's the topic. It is Diwali. I called in yesterday in the evening program, the future. So, and long story short, what's going on in Trinidad for a long time, it beyond words, boy. It's just beyond words. It's a pain on the inside that the good, real citizens could just, it's just a silent pain on the inside, boy. It's sad. And the real painful and it's sad. But I want to say to those persons, it's always an opportunity to find that positivity, that light, that spirit. You can find it in your own personal way. Nothing could stop you. Nothing on this earth could stop you from finding that positivity and continuing on that positive side. What adjustments could be made to the future? A platform like this is a good first start for people to express themselves, share their points, and we need to keep speaking. We can't be silent by what's going on by this government, the system of oppression that's going on. So I'll leave it there, I wouldn't handle, but I just on a funny side, everything I say was serious and genuine, but I think what I was the last caller was really saying black supporters. So that was really funny. I find that humor and enjoyment and that, but so funny enough, some people might take exception to a statement like that, but you can probably expound in the future as to why you say that, but expression is necessary. So sometimes people might be calling people names and stuff. That's just probably the introduction of sentence, but all of that necessary. So keep up the good work, Bill. I love to listen.
Yeah, brother. And of course, always a pleasure to have you on the inside with us. And in fact, everybody. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Dr. Bill.
Good afternoon.
I'm going for a champion in the one, and I'm over after I see you young smoking man.
You get what? Sorry?
Okay, when somebody wrote it, I see I got before a couple of small and champion in the one, and I'm calling about 5 o'clock. I see you. But they like when somebody wrote to must happen, you want to see it in that community. But I have a boy worship about I'm shocked with my money, and I'm right. The nigga invitation to go to Walinaga. Watch it banner clan he carry. Me see nobody black when they were telling me. And a pass a portion of Saturday, stock and ball and people them call it Rahan and all kind of things. And it has to show you love Indian community more than you black brothers and sisters. So I love to understand.
Think it over. Caller, good afternoon.
Blessed day to you, my brother.
Hey, what's going on, King Man?
Well, first of all, you know, Iron Wall Street case. That man very, very ridiculous. He real cantankerous boy. He now covered Pastor Google with that same talk about the funeral, and he didn't even know when the man dead. Why this man don't keep himself to himself, boy, and talking about color skin and stuff right now? Like he pink, he and black, he and white, he and yellow, he and red. Why you don't keep on the Trinidad and Tobago business, boy? You're damn fast and out of place. Before I get the radio into distribute, you haven't got the decade. That man mouth stink.
Caller, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Are you right here?
I have what?
Are you right? 1 minute, Dr. Ali, you don't like Indian, East Indian. Now you like East Indian. one African. Pick a struggle, become all the mine voices. Idea? One minute he racist, he don't like his Indian, he don't like the sun, he wicked, he evil. Next minute he like he say more African. Well, pick a struggle now, all go and become all the mine. He can't be hated in England next week. I love England this week. Idea?
Boy, I don't know.
Well, pick a struggle now. He hasn't done again. Go pick a struggle now. I go and deal. That's all it's this.
All in favor of the current member of Parliament, as he would have submitted his nomination and interest, his consent form, and interest to return. The Honorable Fitzgerald Hines, I will call his name 3 times, so you have an opportunity, just in case you did not hear me on the first occasion. You have 2 more occasions to hear. The Honorable Fitzgerald Hines, by show of hands. The Honorable Fitzgerald Hines, again, by show of hands. And I'm again asking, all in favor of our current Member of Parliament, the Honorable Fitzgerald Hines. We have 1. All in favor of the current Member of Parliament, as he would have submitted his nomination and interest, his consent form, and interest to return. The Honorable Fitzgerald Hines, I will call his name 3 times, so you have an opportunity, just in case you did not hear me on the first occasion. You have 2 more occasions to hear. The Honorable Fitzgerald Hines, by show of hands. The Honorable Fitzgerald Hines, again, by show of hands. And I'm again asking, all in favor of our current Member of Parliament, the Honorable Fitzgerald Hines. We have 1.
Anybody want to explain to me, because I read an article this morning on the morning program. Let me see if I could pull that article back up. I read an article this morning, and the article spoke about where the PNM Women's League is basically giving their sentiments on I guess having no faith in the now Laventille West MP Fitzgerald Hines. And I'm seeing that there is an updated article in the Express, so I'm going to read that, but I'm looking for the old article. Right, this is it here. So I'm going to read the old article, then I'm going to read the updated article, and then we will get into today's business. Or matter of fact, these days I like to get AI involved in my shenanigans, because I don't want anybody to say that Dale making up stuff. So let me see if I can get my trusty assistant to come and read for me the article. Oh, Lordy Lord. Just bear with me here. Fight me and the mouse having a little fight. Yeah, the mouse and I have been having a little fight. Let me see after this here. Right. So Trusty AI is going to give us the what it is, the news or the media has reported. AI, take it away.
Laventille West Member of Parliament Fitzgerald Hines was rejected by the constituency's Women's League election on Monday as their pick for MP at the next general election. However, controversy surrounds the vote taken. Laventille West Constituency Executive Chairman Robert Walcott and People's National Movement Lady Vice Chairman Camille Robinson-Regis said yesterday that the election was plagued with irregularities and that a fresh process will take place. Robinson-Regis said further that she was deeply troubled by what transpired. A 1-minute video clip went viral yesterday showing Hines' rejection. In the video, a woman who seemed to have been chairing the meeting of a room full of women is heard saying, "All in favor of the current Member of Parliament," as he would have submitted his nomination and interest his consent form, and interest to return the Honorable Fitzgerald Hines. I will call his name 3 times, so you all have an opportunity, just in case you do not hear me on the first occasion. You have 2 more occasions to hear. She called Hines' name the first time, saying, "The Honorable Fitzgerald Hines by show of hands." There was no show of hands, and the crowd, estimated at about 40 to 50 people, sat in silence. The woman put forward Hines' name for a second time, with no show of hands in support. On the 3rd occasion, she said, "Again, I am asking all in favor of our current Member of Parliament, the Honorable Fitzgerald Hines." At this point, another person in the video is heard saying, "We have won," implying one person supported Hines' return. The video then ended. Some not allowed to vote. In an interview with the Express yesterday, Walcott claimed the Women's League election was plagued with irregularities, as women who are members of the Women's League were not allowed to vote. He said many upset women across the constituency also contacted him, indicating they were not even aware of the meeting and election. Based on information reaching me as chairman of the constituency and also the executive, we understand that a number of irregularities took place with that election. Based on that, the executive has taken the decision that the election will be nullified and it will be redone, he said.
So that is the initial article that came out this morning. And then we had another article. AI?
29-year-old D attorney Kareem Marcel is the person the people of Laventille West want to be their candidate for the next general election. At a meeting on Tuesday night, at which members of the Laventille West Women's League Party group members rejected incumbent Fitzgerald Hines almost to a man, with just one person expressing support for him, Marcel received an overwhelming endorsement. Controversy, however, surrounds the vote taken, with Laventille West Constituency Executive Chairman Robert Walcott and People's National Movement Lady Vice Chairman Camille Robinson-Regis saying yesterday that the election was plagued with irregularities and that a fresh process will take place. Marcel is well known and loved within the Beetham community. He holds an annual Christmas party for the children of Beetham Gardens, which is attended by hundreds of kids as he knows what it is like not to have a gift to go outside with on Christmas morning. According to a feature done on Marcel in UWI Today's 70th anniversary commemorative issue, in February, Marcel was sworn in as an alderman for the Port of Spain City Corporation following the resignation of Dr. Kongshik Achong Lo. At that time, Marcel was asked whether he had intentions of representing the PNM in the upcoming general election, and he replied that his immediate goals were to focus on his legal career. serve the Burgesses, and continue his community activism. It was because of his community activism that Marcel earned the McCandle Dagger Scholarship to study law at the UWI. The UWI magazine, which featured it, stated that he is public relations officer for the Beetham Gardens Village Council, which organizes inter-community sports and cultural competitions aimed at uniting factions in the area.
So my question is, where did this all where this whole thing conjured up? From my
In
understanding.
addition, he is pro for the Positive Impact Organization, another community-based initiative that provides mentorship and counseling services for schools in the area that don't have guidance counselors. He is also part of Beyond, the Beetham Estate Youth Outreach Network Development, where he is the Youth and Education Officer and assists in running after-school programs. Prime Minister aspirant. In June 2023, Marcel and his two brothers were awarded $0.6 million for wrongful arrest, assault and battery, and damage to property after Justice Avesson Quinlan Williams said the brothers had proven their case on a balance of probabilities and ought to be compensated for the ordeal they faced at the hands of police officers.
Where did this all conjure up from? I know that there are a lot of persons that would not venture into this conversation. And I wish that somebody could call Kareem for me and tell Kareem if he can give us a comment or even state what's happening. His name is in the middle of his name is in the middle of the flame. And I want somebody also to explain to me what is the regular process, or how is the process supposed to be in relation to such. Is it that the picking of the representative for the area, is that done based on within the bowels of the party, and or secondly, how much say does the constituents have after the representatives are brought forward? Because I know with each constituency there will be a representative from the PNM, the UNC, and whoever else is opting up for that position. And I mean, it's quite early for such banter to happen. But then the question lies, is there something happening that we don't know about? Just saying, food for thought. Something going on. There's a deafening silence, man. Let me play some voice notes.
Good afternoon, Dale. I want to know why Wall Street keep putting his head in way problems. You are not living in Trinidad. Why it is worrying you? You supposed to worry if by Tuesday you are here, and if Trump is in power. If Trump in power, we don't have long to last in America. You may have to come right back home to all the things that they talk about talking and fall right back into it. But on the other hand, why aren't you talking about what we heard just now about Munilal calling us Raran? You have nothing against that. I don't know what all your thing. They bad talking all year and all the still supporting them. They bad talking all year. The members especially. All you who say all supporting them, you Tabakit and the others, and others still going and vote for them. I don't understand all the others still supporting them, talking good about them. You knew that the PM wasn't in the country. He just came back, and he didn't know when was the date at the funeral. So I don't know what foolishness you are talking, Wall Street.
Dale, good afternoon. I have something to say. But I don't want to say it out too plain. I just want you to read behind the line and understand where I'm coming from. Hear what? If you're working with a certain company, right? And you work for a month and you didn't even get paid the first time on the right time then. So they tell you you're getting paid every 2 weeks, and the person work for a whole month. And when they work for the whole month, well, I think that is understandable. Like if you put in 2 weeks, you know, and you work for the month and then you get paid, and you still didn't get paid the next 2 weeks. It went further. And when you do get the pay now, you get paid for a whole fortnight and more. Because if you put in a month and then you work like 3 weeks and then get paid, ain't you supposed to get 3 weeks pay, Dale? So Dale, I don't want to call no name or no nothing yet. But these people just rob poor people who they're working for. Right? So if you have to get paid when the fortnight up, give me pay when the fortnight up. Don't give me pay quite a whole week after, and then I get in the same amount of money. Where the rest of that money going, Dale? Answer me. So whoever doing this, are checking on all your, check up on all yourself. Because I will take it further. Right? Stop doing poor people these things. People struggling to make a living. Bills to pay. Right? You know ways that when you have to go to work, only borrowing money to go to work, and when you get the money where you have to pay back these people, by the time you pay back, you're left with nothing, you have to borrow again to go to work. Nah, that's too hard. That's too hard. All they stop these things, all they're doing. And when not everything, all they do that is wrong, the government does end up getting the blame. But not everybody's stupid out here. We just understand what's going on there. Have a great evening. They like it have an informer there. How that come out? I thought that them thing not supposed to come out. That's supposed to be inside something. Oh, you get a deal? Wow, you're good. Well, I will say to that, if the people want Kareem, give them Kareem. You know? And Fitzgerald Hines could take a little rest because, you know, he had it enough. And as a younger man, give him it. We are nothing against Fitzgerald Hines, but give Kareem that, man. You don't want Kareem, but I want to know how that thing come out. That is what I want to know. I don't think that is had that in public. How it come out? It have an informer inside there, what? Or tell me if I'm wrong now.
Going back to the phone lines. Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Dale.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, my brother. Well, I said the lady who just speak there, you know, I understand the situation, but you see, when an authority is testing the people and testing the ground and the courage and the faith and the tolerance of our people, these is the things that just get coming out of politicians. I'm not talking of political party, I'm talking about politicians. We have politicians in this country. They know what is going to affect the people. They know what the people will be upset with. But what they do, they still throw it out there to see if they could get people to support it. And once you support it, that come like shooting your own self in your leg. So and this Curry Marcel thing with Mr. Hines, it doesn't make a difference with these people because you see, there's a philosophy inside of these people, and them, especially with people like Lavanti and Mova is concerned. They just consider us as nuts already shell. You know, they have nuts with shell and some without shell. We is the one you call us nuts already shell. Because, for instance, look my success school up until there. Now I'm counting the days, the weeks, and the months that hole that was put right by the Success School before you go on to the back road. Now as the rain falling, that is going to get deeper and wider. Right now you have to slow down to pass there in the morning time. Between the hours of 6 and 9 on the Eastern Main Road from my Success School to Fernandez compound, this be a one way on the back road and the other way is on the main road, right? You feel these contractors and these people who handing out contractor people to do these things don't know the effect it will cause. We have a country here right now where we have a politician telling he raised gas once, twice, 3 times, and then rioted, and I will come and raise it in April again. And so said, so then he came and raised it again. So we have to remember these politicians and them are public servants, is activists and supporters of political parties that turn these politicians into kings and queens. They are not. We are the kings and queens of the earth. A politician is a servant unto the people. And the same about some video leak and how it come out. That is because the people are totally fed up with this situation in Trinidad and Tobago. And that is how it's going to be. Let's wait on election day. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Dear bless up.
I'm listening. Because the lines, eh? Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Hey, Bill, keep it real touch and base real quick again. I was thinking to myself, yeah, man, just now thinking to myself, you know, today is Diwali, so I am an Afro Trinidadian. I could say it should Diwali to all persons, right? Now, I just thinking, despite, you know, they say two topics you don't really argue, it's politics and religion. Despite your religious beliefs, whatever deity you support or whatnot, you think your creator will be happy with the society we live in. Now, even if you're not interested in all that religious or spiritual stuff, you personally as a person, you happy, satisfied, and comfortable with the society you live in. Sometimes when I walk around, I just look at people. All I see is just confusion or emptiness. Like, you know, it's a thing called lost souls. I feel like we're seeing zombies, like, for real. I think people who, you know, it don't matter, you know, what's going on, it's just a lot of confusion. But for me as a person, I just continue to stay focused on the positive because, you know, I only can focus on the positive. So I will leave it there. Again, is the way the work that you do and you all do on the station. So, boy, keep up the good work. So blessings, man. Respect.
Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, Dave.
Good afternoon, brother.
Just going to compliment you for another nice program, man. You always do a good show, man. Just going to compliment you and add a little bit of sugar to the tea. Sometimes I wonder if some of us callers who call in ever run a little business. If we ever realize that in selling a product, when you get your profit, apart from doing your bookkeeping, you have to buy back product and not drink beers while you're selling. You know, I wonder if we hold Jesus Christ in our hearts and minds. I heard a fellow from Venezuela, or Cuba, I think it was, mention how he felt after being treated at some hospital. I think it was Mount Hope Hospital. Not only comparing those other countries to our country, but I think I am someone who have never traveled yet. But I think we're in a good place. Individually, we need to put God in front and take a look at the man in the mirror and see what God has out there for us to do, to promote, to contribute something to this, to ourselves, for ourselves. Make something good out of ourselves individually, and let us have a nice day heaven knows. Be locked on and listen.
Yeah, man, brother. Guys, also don't forget Get ready for I Am Old School. It's Hitman's Howie T's 37th DJ anniversary. The celebration starts at the 2nd of November at the Center of Excellence. Starts at 10 p.m. Goes all the way until 4 a.m. The dress code is multicolor retro wear. Tickets are $200 by the door. You pay more. I Am Old School. Saturday, 2nd November at the Center of Excellence. This is one event you don't want to miss. We'll get into it a little bit more. We have some bills to pay. And when the bills are paid and we come back, I'm going back to the phone lines. And I don't know, you know, there should never be a sense of fear or tension when we're talking about things that concerns us. And all of these things that are happening concerns us. But there's something else that struck my attention, and I want to talk about it when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Keep it locked.
Beyond its dazzling array of lights and mouth-watering sweet, at its core, Diwali is a celebration of the victory of light over darkness. It serves as a reminder that no matter how intense the challenges and adversities we face, the light of goodness and righteousness will ultimately prevail. Shub Diwali from the management and staff of The Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on The Street 919 FM.
Under the auspices of the Mayor of Port of Spain, His Worship Chinua Ali, we present Baron's Infinity Concert, Sunday, November 3rd at the Winifred Atwell Auditorium, Queens Hall. This show features Sugar Aloes, Gypsy, Tigress, Sherwayne Winchester, Calypso Princess, Dwayne O'Connor, Josiah O'Connor, Chuck Gordon, Elon Francis, Sheldon Reed, Rome, Zachary Ransom, Aaron Duncan, Ainsley King, Rondell Donowa, Lady Adana, The All-Stars Band, Los Alumnos de San Juan, Massey Trinidad All-Stars, and of course, the Baron.
I want that Spanish woman to marry me.
Baron. And also Calypso legend King Shortshirt from Antigua. All singers on the night will each perform a selection from the Baron. Your MCs Damian Melville and Sunny Bling. Limited advance tickets only $300. Tickets available at the Queens Hall box office, the Trini Shop, Trin City Mall, Excellent City Center, QueensHallTT.com, and C3 Center in San Fernando. Also, you can get your tickets from Sherma at 755-2915, Delinda 723-4011. Infinity, the concert.
The steam is coming.
Friday night is heated up and the steam is rising. Get ready, Steamy Friday every Friday at Vibes, the Bed Space, formerly known as Shade, 15 Mount Pleasant Boulevard, Port Accord.
Tell me what you really want to do.
With an all-star steamy DJ Gas.
Y'all ready?
And unbeatable drink special. Want to level up? Grab one of our exclusive Cabana specials and take the vibes to another level. It all happens Steamy Friday every Friday, where the party never cools down. Steam on a Friday, only at Vibes, the Bed Space.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy.
Wow.
Here at Oni Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
Oh God, call on the Lord. Call on Him. Pour on us, oh God. Oh God, as we
You are invited to join Pastor Morris Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour all-night prayer every Friday evening, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Designed with you in mind, this ministry deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good and what doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated and can be sent through the First Citizens Bank, account 795-222, in the name of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly. For more information, please call 753-1113. May God richly bless you.
The Street 919 FM mobile app is now live. Keep in the loop with all your favorite programs. Be in the know first and carry us wherever you go. Listen and watch us live at the click of your fingertips. Download our mobile app now. Go in your favorite app store, whether it be Android or Apple, and type in The Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
I was
of IYS, boy. When I come back, I go pay my bills. Hey, I wonder what George talking about, boy. Oh, yes, father. You're good, you know. Must give thanks. And before touching on that, what I want to talk about. I want to read something that just came up 28 minutes ago on Facebook. Written by Juliet Davy, political commentator and analyst for Better Minds. And it reads, so when everybody was celebrating that an attorney came out of Beetham, in fact, I like to make sure that y'all are following me all the time, so let me just put it up on the screen for y'all to see as well, so we all follow together, if that's okay with you all. So I'm putting it up on the screen so that we all can see. Let me put it up on the screen here. Nice. How did they say? Nice like a pie. So I'm putting it up on the screen for you all to read. So it reads, so when everybody was celebrating that an attorney come out of Beetham, so what? It's on the screen right here. Whose fault it is that others didn't come out? Mine? Those were the pathetic words and racial undertones of that apparently has come back to haunt young Kareem Marcel. I want to make sure you all are following, right? So we're moving up. Indeed, very interesting, especially when one considers that former Prime Minister Patrick Manning was forced to apologize to the Parliament for comments by MP Keith Rowley that young black males were lagging behind in education and suggested immediate intervention. The opposition UNC was displeased about it and raised hell, saying that it was discriminatory against the Indian community. Imagine my shock and horror waking up to this morning's newspaper to see young Kareem Marcel's name plastered across the media and social media in what appears to be his interest to run for the Laventille West seat, which is currently held by the Minister of National Security, Fitzgerald Hines. This after a video went viral showing the Laventille West PNM Women's League voting against the incumbent, instead overwhelmingly throwing their support for Kareem Marcel. What seems to be the problem here? I ask myself, because I was of the firm view that nomination was open to anyone who showed an interest. Lo and behold, and to my shock, again, the meeting was recalled because of irregularities, outlined in the letter from the Lady Vice Chairman, Camille Robinson Regis. Last week, it was about Stewart and Foster dominating the headlines over leadership of the party. Both gentlemen, chairman and general secretary, respectively, dispelled rumors of wrangling and suggestions that former is Prime Minister Dr. Rowley's handpicked blue-eye boy. That the former is PM Dr. Rowley's handpicked blue-eye boy. Today is about Fitzgerald and Kareem. Only this time, the viral video. Yeah. Only this time the viral video is evidence and not rumors that there is internal wrangling and a power struggle taking place in the PNM. So much for not washing your dirty laundry in the public. Anyways, I believe the PNM is equipped to deal with this and any other situation that arises in the party Thus, my main interest is as a political commentator. However, the young man is my nephew, and I stand with him 1000% without any apology to anyone. So to me, this post is not about PNM and its internal business, rather about Kareem and his involvement in politics and his positive impact on a wide cross-section of our plural society. And then just as scrolling, because I was actually going to send a video to be played, and I saw that commentary coming from Juliet Davy. Going back to the phone lines. Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon to you, Dale. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good
Dale,
afternoon.
is that a storm in a teacup, boy? I remember when Barack was going up, and somebody said, I think, I'm not too sure if Hillary or he young run another time, later on, because, he will have to compete with her. Even in the Republican, people compete with each other for position. Now, I'm saying, I am not a member. I say I support the PNL. I'm not a member, so I cannot vote. And I'm saying that if he put himself up for leadership or to be selected as MP, what's the big thing that happened in politics? Now, it shouldn't be some kind of fighting or rumbling or whatever in the party. That's the party's business. If certain people feel uneasy as having this Mr. Hines there, or he's not doing what they want, well, they sit in council and they discuss it. I don't see anything wrong with somebody, for example. That's how it works. You move from one position and you elevate yourself upward, right? And I don't know who's making a big deal about it. And people must come out and, and sometimes you don't say anything. But, the truth is the truth, and we don't want lies from the party, right? If you don't want Mr. Hine and ask Mr. Hine to step aside, and let the young man take the place, that's fine. But it's open for everybody. Once they put themselves up there, know what they're putting themselves in. And they shouldn't say, it shouldn't be that we want this young person to lead us and the other person is doing well. Yeah, time. This time is there too. We don't know when we die anyway. We can't say he has time, but I see that as a storm in a teacup deal. That's my view. Thank you.
Now, on the heels of this, I want to open a poll. And I want you all to call in. Who would you feel will do a better job? Now, this is not to make no bacchanal thing, eh? Who would you feel will do a better job after I take this call? Between Kareem Marcel and Fitzgerald Hines for the post of MP for Laventille West. Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Journalist, Baby Boys.
Good afternoon to you, Tabakit.
Okay, so before I make my contribution, let me say Happy Diwali to the Hindu community. Shub Diwali, and may the light of Ayodhya fill everyone here in Trinidad and Tobago. Sitaram to the Hindu community. Let's get with your editorial. Let's go with Fitzgerald Hines. Imagine the constituency, the woman's arm, and the heart in the constituency rejected Fitzgerald. You know what is in that? If God could reject him, why would that citizen must accept him? Mr. Journalist, if his own in the bowel of the PNM reject Gerald Hines, I am calling on the Prime Minister to do the thing and remove Fitzgerald from amongst the citizens. Look, give me one. Mr. General,
I'm here with you.
Thank you. I want to say this. I am not, which I'll never be. But I want to say something this afternoon. You see that man Kareem Massel, for him. As a young African brother, I'm giving that brother my full support. For the time that young man have entered public life, to me, that is what they call a young African as a role model. Kareem Massel is the ideal African role model. And Brother Kareem Massel, if you is listening this afternoon, Mr. Tabakit is saying full respect to you. And if the mother is listening, Shoma Wilson, this is your old caller, Tabakit. Full respect to you, dear madam. You raise a good child. You run a good race. And you pass the baton on to Kareem Massel. Kareem Massel, Mr. Tabakit is saying, you have my full support. And wherever you go and your endeavors, let me repeat, Mr. Journalist, Kareem Massel is the ideal role model for the African community, especially in the depressed communities. If any young man or woman in those communities is looking for a role model, I am saying here Trinidad and Tobago, and not just in Laventille, throughout Trinidad and Tobago, I am saying, Mr. Journalist Dale DeVoice, let's take off our political cap in this one. And you see that young man, I have been following him. I have been monitoring that young man. And Kareem Massel, I tip my cap to you. And I'm saying, Fitzgerald Hines, you is an old veteran, clear the way for young people. You failed Trinidad and Tobago in every ministry. Look at crime in this country. Fitzgerald Hines, you is a failure. Go to the side and let Kareem Massel take over right now. You know what I wish the Prime Minister should do? Fire Fitzgerald Hines. Put Kareem in the Senate and now make him the Minister of National Security, and let Fitzgerald at Talbot Hines see how young people could do it. Fitzgerald Hines, sorry to say, you is a failure. Hear me? Kareem Massel coming for your job. I will now say, Tabakit out and off the UNC activists. I thank you, Mr. Journalist.
Thank you, Tabakit. Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Hello, good afternoon, dear. What's up?
You're going on, Elian, man.
Yeah, man, normal day. My contribution will be short, right? You ever hear about the term called gaslighting?
Yeah.
Right. That's what this is all about. You know? They jump on the opportunity, you know, to try and, you know, get rid of Mr. Fitzgerald Hines. According to the lady, there's a storm in a teacup for me. But it's the gaslighters, bro. How did the summer happen when they started to really all our support for PNM? I just kind of, you know, throw gas on the storm in the teacup now to try and ignite it now. You know, I mean, the gaslighters go and jump out right now and try to insult people's intelligence with this storm in a teacup. Thank you, lady, for that reference to Dale. Thanks for allowing me the contribution. I'm going to hang up so you can continue to beat the little teaspoon. You ever hear when you're mixing coffee, how the teaspoon does beat?
Oh gosh, you mean this alien man? Right, what are you talking about? Call good afternoon, welcome.
Pleasant good afternoon to you, Dale. Good afternoon to Trinidad and Tobago. How are you today?
I'm doing fine, Paul. How are you?
Okay, so I'm good actually. No complaints on my end.
Nice.
I would like to give my 2 cents in terms of the politics, right? And I would like to elaborate a bit on the screening committee. The screening committee could be a deadly one. Having faced the screening committee on 2 occasions in 2013 and 2019 on a local level, there's a lot of deliberation. When you looked at Sandy Grande and Muruga, right, the people wanted X, Y, and Z. But you know what the Prime Minister did? The Prime Minister chose somebody else. And I'm saying this and sending out my sentiments, and my 2 cents is that we could do all the hype, we could do all the X, Y, and Z narratives. At the end of the day, yes, the screening committee is part of choosing a candidate, but at the same time, it's also about the Prime Minister and the leader who he believes is best to represent the area. And with that being said, I can recall having to be questioned by this Prime Minister, Dr. Christopher Rowley, and as on a local level, I was going up for it, not a central government, so like a general election, right? And the question that I was faced with, like, are you married? Are you how is your family life? Things like, what have you contributed to your community? Dr. Rowley also asked me things that if I have anything illegal that I can discuss in terms of my background check, whether it be for myself, my family, associations, and friends. And it was a rigorous process, but because the kind of person that I am and the clean track record, because there was a situation with Marlene McDonald, and I think hence the reason why Dr. Rowley were asking the question of background, because he was looking for transparency and accountability, and I told him my hands are clean and my heart are pure. So I am talking about my experience, but I'm saying the screening committee. And one thing about the screening committee, you would ask everybody at the head table if they do have any questions to ask the potential the potential candidates or the person in screening in front of him. They said no, and he take lead. And I'm saying, imagine from a local level, it's so rigorous in terms of the screening. And I think when somebody is going up to screening, you try to, yes, you want the hype, yes, you want the support, yes, but do it in a way that, you know, don't have nobody bad to say something about you, because this is not looking good for the party. I mean, the whole set of bacchanal and controversy, let us do it a little professional now. There are things that you're supposed to put in the public domain, and there are things that you shouldn't put in the public domain. Because one thing that PNM do not like is the dirty linens in the public. Thank you.
Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, IWER is in the house here.
Afternoon, Irie Village.
Right. I would say it's not the exercise, just don't want to make a strange law. They'll changing should the security minister change Dale. A caller had said he's a failure. Dale, you know what is a failure? The judiciary is a failure. Dale, I repeat, the judiciary is the failure, not the Minister of National Security. Because when I look at the only tape and what those officers have been saying, even Inspector Smith and our other superintendent were on 9:30 Sunday morning, and they were saying when they go through all their hard work deal and they arrest deadly individuals, in a day or two, they're back outside on bail doing what they are accustomed doing. So how could Mr. Hines be a failure? And Dale, are you with me?
I'm with you. So then is it that we are going to put the helm on the Attorney General?
No, the point is...
You didn't answer my question.
No. I wouldn't say the age. I would say the judiciary.
So who's in charge of the judiciary? Who helps makes the laws that would think? Isn't it that if I am as the Minister of National Security and I'm seeing certain things that are going on, and my my colleague, who is the Attorney General, can't we not have a meeting and then say, let us do something that could let's put something in place. What can be done legally for things to happen, because this is a conversation that has been going on for long.
Right. Well, Dale, good. That's a good question. Now, Dale, this bill thing has been going on for years, Dale. And like Dale, the lawyers and they have a little streak in between where men, Dale, I think Dale, I think, this is me, I think they having the meeting. Because, I mean, they are not robots. I believe they are having the meetings, but people coming out every minute on bail. And I mean, every law told I said a nice speech and blah, 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 and blue, and things just remain the same. So, I mean, but the problem there is the bail thing. You see that bail thing, and they're dealing with criminals that are supposed to, like, I am 68 years. Like I said, 50-something years ago there, when you're thief and you're rich, you get licks in jail, you have to bring that back. If they could only bring that back daily, when men go in home invasion and grocery and robbing people, once they make out their takes 2 strokes, they move on licks in jail deal on their bare back with electric cable. They'll let us bring back those things. And then when they bring back those things, we don't need no meeting with no AG and no Minister of National Security.
Yeah, but who's going to bring it back, IWER Village?
That is what we do. I hope that somebody in authority is listening to me and saying me.
But the only persons in authority that can even legislate or bring that into play is between the Minister of National Security and the Attorney General, IWER Village.
Well, I repeat, I hope someone is listening, because they're in the 60s and 70s, many to get strokes in jail for raping and stealing. They're teaching thousands of dollars. And if they hold them a week after minus the money, you're saying 18 months and they're back outside just so that's the problem. The AG, I think he and Commissioner Hines should have that meeting to bring back backside in jail. And all these lazy, mocking pretenders don't want to live in jail. And leave it there. Thanks to at least having a chat with me. Thanks.
Yeah. Caller, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Right, Trinidad and Tobago. Let me get to the facts because I want to stay long. Number one, Mr. Tabakit, Mr. Fitzgerald Hines has all his toes on his feet, right, to start with, and he's not old and crumbled. So get your facts right. Number two, laws have to be passed between, if you want things to happen in the land, people who have real cowards out here, laws have to be passed between the opposition and the government, not Fitzgerald Hines and the Attorney General. The laws and legislation has to be passed between the opposition and the government. And so long as the opposition is not partaking in that, they are helpless. Let us get our facts right. Let us put the cart where the cart should be and speak the truth, because there's a God above who's listening to everyone. God put governments in place, regardless if it's a bad government or a good, he put it to suit the people. Oh, so that is what they want, and he allows it. Nobody in the world can get in government unless God allow it to be so. And when Mr. Prime Minister Rowley came into existence, God allowed it to be so. When Kamala came into existence, God allowed it to be so. When the other prime ministers, former prime ministers came into existence in this country, God allowed it to be so. Nothing can happen without the permission of God. Thank you very much.
Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Listen again, dear. Listen, good afternoon again. Listen on to Tabakit. This is my last call again. Just trying to better understand if anybody could tell me if I cannot recall ever hearing people talk good about any national security minister. This guy who drowned some time ago, the national security minister, who I think he got drowned. Well, the state chambers was done. See, when Mr. Manning dead, then I started to hear good about him. And I try to understand as Tabaki talk against Mr. Fitzgerald. If it's a personal thing you have with him, or if you want to enlighten me on any national security minister that the population spoke good about, that perform. Because in my wisdom, I think national security minister is get good licks by. Tabaki, you want to help me with it, locked on.
Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Yeah, Dale, thanks again for taking my call. Excuse me. Dale is setting trap for the government. Because the Attorney General under the government, maybe he could control the cases that the government does get involved in. But the judiciary is an independent body. Nobody can tell them nothing. That's the quagmire, that's the tragedy of the society right now. Because the last nonviolent response, justice response to all that take place where crime is concerned, the judiciary is the last bastion. And what we're dealing with now is whole and Lego and the revolving door. And no, apparently, like, we had to be careful, quote unquote, careful when we're speaking about the judiciary. But we have a judge on the bench making political statements. And he ain't coming and addressing the revolving door in the judiciary deal. As I always say, the junior minister, I think Port of Spain, South, I always forget that brother name, the other lawyer guy, junior minister right now.
Keith Scotland.
You see, it have 25 to life for gun possession on the books now. For the past, but since the dinosaurs room. And men just gain bail with cases, men are 9, 10 cases and all them kind of thing. So what happens is that no message is being sent to the criminals that doing what they have to do. The police doing what they have to do, the jail full. But when you reach in front of the courthouse, and another caller pointed out, he said the police just feel dehumanized because they're doing all their hard work and them brothers and them case upon case and it's bail again, so it's a revolving door. Bail, there are cases where they catch brothers on bail who in banging. So the judiciary is a problem, but it is an independent body.
Right, but the judiciary doesn't make the laws.
Listen,
they just enforce.
They are the last bastion who have to. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There are already laws. You know, I'm telling you, 25 to life for gun possession. You know that in state right now. You know, brother.
Right, but the laws have loopholes in it that everybody knows about.
The bail part.
And that's the loophole, alien man. And if the laws have
well, you see, nobody can't question you do this in terms of. Like, all right,
let me banter a little bit.
Committee and they ask you why they make that judgment.
Let's banter a little bit because we have certain lawyers in the government. Yes or no?
Yeah.
On both sides, right?
Correct.
And as a lawyer, you would know the Bail Act. You would know for especially simple crimes and heinous crimes and whatever. What are the terms and conditions for somebody to get bail? You know the law. Basically inside out, especially when it comes to for the criminal lawyers, right?
So there is maximum sentences, there are minimum sentences. There's a maximum judgment on something, and there's a minimum. no matter what laws we put on the books, no matter what laws the parliamentarians go to, no matter what laws the lawyers conscious of, when they reach in front of the courthouse, it is totally isolated from the rest of society. And where we have certain judges speaking politically, and where there are certain matters that the Privy Council had overruled with where they had the problem, brother, is the judiciary, brother. You understand what I'm trying to say? It is up to that human being who dropped in that gavel to protect the society. Have you ever heard anyone? And just let me ask something, yeah? All you really see, a bag of lawyer, and it is proven, they do not say in their public rants, brothers, stop committing crime. Stop raping people, stop breaking people's house. Why? Because my niece and nephew is lawyers and they need all your money. So from the bagger lawyer and them on the other side, they never tell them brothers and them to stop committing crime, because that is how the lawyers just make the money. The continuous bail, that is how they just get rich. So they're not coming to tell you, don't commit no crime. They're coming to tell you, Dr. Rowley had the country bad. You understand what I'm saying, brother? That is what it has been doing them. And that is what's going on in this country. And when they reach before, judges who have political leanings, we can't tell them nothing, because it has nothing set up to question their rulings. Nothing. And it's a revolving door. How long them all the police and them on the tape talking about the revolving door of crime deals. And if we capture a percentage of the revolvers, don't you think crime will decrease a little bit? It's 25 years to life for gun possession. When I say get a judgment like that, it is the judiciary the problem. Bill, thanks for allowing me this contribution.
I'm still very confused, because if it is that we change the penalties and we change the system that is in place now, then whatever they do, remember they're following based on what is the laws of the land. So this is why I'm just trying to understand in terms of, while we are trying to take it away from the, I see what y'all are doing, trying to take it away from the Attorney General and the Minister of National Security and the members of Parliament. But from sitting on my side of things, we have laws, and the laws have clauses. Same way when a man is held with a firearm, he has to spend a certain amount of time incarcerated before he can apply for bail. And there's procedure. What if this procedure is changed via the government? Then we wouldn't have any problem. But it seems as though, because the judiciary can wake up one morning and decide that we're going to stiffen penalties, they're following it based on the book. And there is a minimum sentence and a maximum. And it also has an order in terms of how do you sentence somebody from minimum to maximum. Somebody who gets maximum sentence is a repeat offender based on their history in terms of crime. And then, of course, what the lawyer would argue in the court, which is the court has to take an A to, an understanding to, and then go forward from there. So my understanding of it is that if we change the guidelines, the black and white, then the judiciary and everybody else will have to follow suit. Just my opinion. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Right, you hear me good?
Loud and clear.
Good. Now, this is the frailty of humanity, because we would like to appear to be moralistic, but in true sense, we are really immoral. Because when you check the laws that we are following, do you remember that the Declaration of Independence in the United States, when Thomas Jefferson declared that all men are created equal? Was that the way they behave for them 200 to 400 years after that? Answer that simple question, and then you could look at what we are experiencing, because we are following the same pattern. Right? Human weakness, human frailty, human ignorance. But above all, immorality. You remember Mr. Pandey say, yeah, politics have a morality of its own? Nowhere in the world, any government or constitution preventing crime other than brutality. See, like in Kim Jong-un country, or in certain parts, in different parts of Russia, you can't make a mistake. Because they will make sure you pay for it promptly, but it's still.
I guess we lost that one. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You know, it is said that man has fled the brutish beast and lost his sense of reason. When we look at the state of our society today, the type of crimes that are being committed, crimes against children, adults, defenseless people and things like that, it leaves one to wonder, are we still in this barbaric, brutish mentality? You know, man might pride himself of improving his means, but to an unimproved end. Because when we have a judiciary that carries out laws, now we know that the highest court, the parliament, sits and they introduce laws, they implement laws. And when we look at it, it seems as though these laws are created just for the criminals to escape justice and judgment and all these things. Bail for murder is that we moved away from a colonial way of thinking. Okay, bail for murder. Men walking around with guns willy-nilly, they get hold, they see him back on the street in about a matter of hours. We need laws that will actually deal with these things. A man get hold with a gun, lifetime or some kind of thing. Like you get hold with a gun with bullet, probably end up in the condom or some kind of thing. Intentions is to kill. Brutal, serious time calls for serious measures. And as we look outside of that and we see where certain leaders have taken drastic measures to turn the country around, what are we doing here? What are we really doing in Trinidad? Because it seems as though nobody really cares as long as they are protected and the loved ones. I will leave it there.
Caller, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Dale.
Good afternoon.
All right. I made this point the other day, and I'll make it again. The other day when I make it, a guy from Tobago was very upset, calling it after and cussed my mother. But, however, the National Security Minister and the Attorney General, they have two votes. Dr. Rowley does always say, I have one vote, so I could only vote once. Right. When you have to make laws to be effective, you have to have support. 22 seats that the PNM have is not enough to make strict laws. They need support from the opposition. The other day, with the bail bill, the police begged the opposition, begged them to support the bill, and they didn't support it. So the problem is, although the judiciary have problems, and the judiciary needs fixing, but the government alone can't fix that. They need the support to pass proper laws. And if every time they come with a law with a 22 seat, the other side with a 19 seat say no, well, they have to go back with that. But if they got the support, all the constitutional reform and all the things we're talking about, that can't happen with 22 seats. We need people to support the laws. And if you have a set of people who are not supporting the laws, changing Attorney General and National Security Minister, because I think they had changed about 5 from 2010 to 2015. I don't want to concentrate on them too much, but they're in the picture, so I have to speak about them. They changed about 5. I think up to now, Dr. Rowley changed 2 within the 10 years. 2. No national security minister can change nothing. He could bring the best law, and if the other side say, we ain't supporting this, it's bad law. We ain't supporting that. Imagine they brought a bail bill, and they got support. And when the PNM come in, they say, we ain't supporting that. They ask them why. They say it's bad law. When they had it, it wasn't bad law, you know. But while next side trying to use the sunset clause, they say it's bad law. So we have to come to the place where we understand. If you want good laws that the court can strike down, it had to have a majority, a certain majority from the parliament. You have to have that from the parliament. It's the parliament that counts. When the parliament make proper laws, the court can't change it, you know. But when you have to water it down in order to get it to pass, oh God, what is built to pass, oh help me now. And they say no, and you go back and you write it over and leave out this and leave out that. How that could help anybody? Well, I hope you all get the picture this time. Thank you.
Caller, good afternoon, welcome. Good afternoon, caller. Seems like we lost that one. Let me see here.
Yeah, but Dale, the government cannot do it by themselves. Remember, they have to get the opposition mode too on it. Either yes or no, and the opposition always fighting down this. They don't want them to do that. The judiciary to have the power. Look how much time men they catch them with gun, and they still let them go. They have the power to do it too, Dale. So you don't have to go by the law alone. If you catch a man with gun, how much time? You still giving them bail? No, they have the power in their hand too, Dale.
The reason why a man will still get bail is because there are clauses in the law that allow such. The judiciary cannot operate out of that. The day that starts happening is the day that we're going to have those human rights activists jumping up and everybody else talking about your constitutional right and your constitutional right. Let's be real, all here. And when I say the government, I don't mean who's sitting in power in terms of the PNM. I mean everybody. And the thing about it is, if we're sitting here and we know that the other side, or that it needs a majority vote or it needs support from the opposition or whatever, and we as the people are seeing that the opposition is not supporting, we put them there. And if we put the opposition there and the opposition is not doing a good job, remove them, same speed. But I don't know if it is, we probably just like it this way. I don't know. I am not trying to raise my pressure. Caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Mr. Journalist.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Daily Voice.
Yes, sir.
Look, I love where your argument is going. And you are correct. The highest court in the land is the parliament. You with me, Mr. Journalist?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. Let me repeat that. The highest court in the land is the parliament. You are so right that the justice system and the court do not make laws. But on the other hand, if you have a weak and impotent government, that is what you will get. You know, I'm hearing the argument that Kamala and the UNC. Let's face it.
Tabakita there?
Yes, I was hearing a feedback. You hear me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
Thank you. The point I was making,
I don't know what's just now. Go ahead, Tabakit. I was breaking up very badly.
Oh, you're getting me now properly?
Yes, I am.
Right. I am saying the government is in charge of the parliament. And based upon the Westminster system, the opposition can only bring law, they can only object. The governing body country is People's National Movement led by Christopher Rowley. The government lies that the government is weak, the government is important, and they cannot handle the crime and the country. All that we have president result the parliament election. Mr. Jones, what it tells you to the PNM callers is we if the government cannot put a strategy in place with the opposition, if the government is weak and impotent, when this country is in this peril, the government is weak. The government has collapsed, and it is time that Dr. Rowley is
Thank you, Tabakit. I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense out of everything here today, and I hope that you guys can help me make sense out of it.
Good afternoon, Dale. Enjoying your program. Not too much callers on them because them have nothing good to contribute. But let me talk to you as a black brother. I see you sitting down there and you're listening what coming out of your fellow Trinidadians' mouth. And I honestly seen it on your face. You're seen as garbage you're talking. So let me tell you something today. As a black brother to a black brother, love your country more. Don't love no politician. Because them politicians do like we, right? Love your country. And you know what's right for the country and you know what's wrong for the country.
Caller, good afternoon.
Dale, good afternoon, my brother.
Good afternoon.
You hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yes. So I just like to say this for all your listening people in Radio Land out there. So when I was growing up, mind you, I was 40 years. When I was growing up, I knew a country where you go by the standpipe and you fill water, where your neighbors could have beat you, where everybody lived in love. Now, you see that once beautiful place where we used to call Trinidad and Tobago, it's not there anymore. And you could jump high, you could jump low, you could blame the judiciary, you can blame whoever you want. You see, if you hire somebody to do a job and they're incapable of doing a job, do you leave them there and talk about the last person who was employed? No, you hired them to do a job, and if they cannot do the job, replace them, that's all. Thank you.
Caller, good afternoon. This is my last call before we go to the ads.
Good afternoon again, Dale. You will hire the same person for the job if they're applying. If somebody, you get rid of somebody, you put it in somebody else, and the same person coming back now that you fire and asking for the same job, and you ain't seen no change in them, you'll give them the job? Of course not. We need the support of the entire parliament, according to you, Dale. The entire parliament. That's the support we need. It had people who had 29 seats to 12, and they couldn't change nothing. You expect 19 to 22 could change? Just about 2-3 votes in between there. You need the whole parliament to support. I mean, and when you go to the other house, you are the senators, independent and government and opposition senators. But down in the house is where the thing takes place. And then the senators just follow suit, follow the party, and then you have the independents to make the difference. We must tell the truth to our children. children. Don't come on the radio and talk about these things lightly, like if it's not a fact. The parliament is where the laws will change, and when the judicial will have to follow. But they don't have to follow nothing that 22 people said. They will say it unconstitutional, and it is. Thank you.
We're out of time. Can't take any more calls. Can't take any more calls. See you all tomorrow, please the Lord. I will tell you all what I have to tell you all tomorrow, please God. So keep it locked to the Street 919 FM. Have a blessed
Beyond
Diwali.
its dazzling array of lights and mouth-watering sweet, at its core, Diwali is a celebration of the victory of light over darkness. It serves as a reminder that no matter how intense the challenges and adversities we face, the light of goodness and righteousness will ultimately prevail. Shub Diwali from the management and staff